Welcome back to the headquarters, guys. And I have a comic book for you. So after the TV show Mole Shadow Lord had ended, it was phenomenal. The last two episodes were the best episodes I ever watched. But this comic book, Mole Shadows of Maul, is a prelude to Mole Shadow Lord. And this is just going to give you insight of Captain Larson, how Maul gets to Janix, and all the events that happened before the first episode of Maul Shadow Lord. So let's get into it. The story is very simple for the first issue that we're reviewing. The rest of the issues will be coming out in the next couple months. The last issue comes out in July. So if you want to read all of it, just wait until July 8th to buy the whole set. So the first issue, it pretty much gives us a background flashback of Captain Larson of a mission that went bad because in the department he was working in, there's a corruption, and the person they were trying to capture was a Corellian that was dealing with illegal species that were very dangerous, and they made this one looking spider very ugly. I mean, this thing is hideous. But I really enjoyed it because even the story is like a little slow pace for me personally. I think this is a good way to set up for the events that lead to the TV show because they're trying to track down Demas and the other two crime syndicates, especially Versa, if I'm saying his name right. So that's pretty much it. Because after they couldn't capture the person behind it and lost all the data, they made pretty much a stakeout to drag the person who's pretty much in the corrupted force, and find out there was two officers that were, one is under Demas, the other one, well, I'm not sure because they never show him, but they only show is him working in the background and Andrew, a officer, Jam Jam, and Larson was relieved to find out that he's one of the good guys and not one of the bad guys. And I mean, Jam Jam's kind of obvious. Come on, what kind of dude become a villain with that name? Really, even a crime underling. So that's my personal opinion on that his name. But dude, they also give us a cool hint that Larson was a bounty hunter before he became a cop. And that's really cool. I didn't even think of that. Because when they introduced him in the show, it was just him, cop. But with this comic, it really gives a little more character insight of him, what he used to do as a living before he became a cop. And I really like it because after they discover one of the corruption officers captured him, he got assassinated. So let me tie any loose ends. But that pretty much was the end of the flashback because they're also looking for the other officer who escaped. And Two Boots and Larson are building the case. Of course, they're going to look for him, find him, and bring him to justice if possible. But I like how they're really building in this story just within the police force, how there's corruption within the police force. So, because now we also get more insight of Larson, because in the beginning of the interrogation of this flashback, he talks about his own trust issues. And that's pretty sure is going to lead up towards more about his bunny hunter years. Because in the issue, it mentions after he says no matter like how injured or how weak he gets, there's no one that he trusts to take the shot but him. So there's really a lot of context that something happened during his bounty hunter years or even during his cop years that made him really distrust people. And that's why he really refused calling for backup and following protocol, which Two Boots messed up everything in that TV show. But I digress. And that's it. There's really not much to it because we don't get Maul towards the end of the comic and him acquiring coordinates and a ship to Janix. And we won't get more of him until issue 2. But I won't do issue 2 because I'm going to wait for the rest of the issues to come out so I could just read all of it and do a whole review on it and see how well it holds up with the TV show. Because the TV show held a really high standard and season 2 is in the works. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't know season 2 is not in the works after being so popular? But I recommend to either start reading it so you get some more Maul and Larson like action. Well, the first issue is not a lot, but there's 2 issues right now, so you might get more in the second issue. Or just wait until the rest of the series is done. But either way, I enjoy it. And I recommend for anyone who wants to read more of it to check this comic book out and give your own opinions on it in the comments below. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next. Take care.